One of the most important parts of an effective program is having accurate information. The first step in obtaining accurate information is to operationally define the behavior of interest in observable and measurable terms. In order to be scientific in our study of behavior, we must be very clear about what behavior it is that we're studying. We also want to ensure that other scientists and practitioners can replicate our interventions. By clearly defining the behavior under investigation and stating how it was measured allows for replication. Measurement allows scientists to operationalize empiricism. Without measurement, science is guesswork and opinion. Behavior analysts measure behavior in order to answer questions and fully describe behavior. Measurement allows practitioners to evaluate their interventions before, during, and after treatment. It allows us to make decisions about the intervention and helps us determine the effectiveness of treatment. Measurement would tell us whether or not we should continue or discontinue our treatment. There are several benefits of measurement. It allows us to optimize our effectiveness, verifies the legitimacy of our treatments, eliminates the use of pseudoscience, holds us accountable, and ensures that we adhere to ethical standards. Measurement is the process of assigning numbers and units to particular features of objects or events and gives practitioners and consumers a common means for describing and comparing behavior. Before we get into the different types of measurement, let's first discuss some basic foundation. We must first understand what behavior is and what it isn't. A very basic definition of behavior is the activity of living organisms. That is, everything a living organism does, moves, thinks, says, and feels. Skinner describes behavior as the movement of an organism or of its parts in a frame of reference provided by the organism or by various external objects or fields. Johnson and Pennypacker describe behavior as the portion of an organism's interactions with its environment that is characterized by detectable displacement in space through time of some part of the organism and results in a measurable change in at least one aspect of the environment. An easy way to test whether something of interest is behavior is to determine if it passes the dead man's test. If a dead man can do it, then it's not behavior. And if a dead man cannot do it, then it is behavior. The term behavior typically refers to a large set or class of responses that share a physical dimension or function. For example, attention-seeking behavior. What does that look like? It can be raising one's hand. It can be calling out someone's name, tapping a person on their shoulder. All of these things look differently, but they have the same function or effect on the environment. They all gain someone's attention. A response refers to a specific instance of behavior. So going back to the attention-seeking example, each instance of raising one's hand or tapping someone on the shoulder is a response. The term response topography refers to the physical characteristics, the shape or the form of the behavior. So basically, it's what the behavior actually looks like. A topographical definition of raising one's hand might be the vertical extension of one's arm held in that position for a minimum of 30 seconds. We typically define behavior according to its topography to ensure consistency among observers, but behavior analysis is characterized by a functional analysis. We seek to understand what effect behavior has on the environment. A group of responses with the same function or have the same effect on the environment is called a response class. Now that you have a basic understanding of behavior, let's go back to our discussion on measurement. Remember, measurement is the process of assigning numbers and units to particular features of objects or events. The number and the unit together constitute the measure of the object or event. A dimensional quantity refers to the particular feature of the object or event that is measured. We will learn three fundamental properties and their associated dimensional quantities that behavior analysts measure. These are temporal locus, temporal extent, and repeatability, which can also be referred to as countability.